But that was a four-corner survival, and what a match that was.
That was a great match there, and this should be an impressive singles match here. It's Homicide against Chris Sabin. You're right, first time only, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Chris Sabin has really showed me a lot in his few matches here in ROH so far.
Chris Sabin wearing the trunks, Homicide wearing the shirt with Junior Smokes in his corner. Both these men extremely quick, extremely athletic. As you see, Homicide, nice takedown into a front face lock. As I think this is going to be a battle of quickness and a battle of who's the better athlete.
And speaking of Homicide, did you see him early on in the show here? You know, rolling dice with Julius Smokes, Colt Cabana coming up, ask him what the Field of Honor is all about. I think J-Train, he kind of, Julius Smokes, I think he sort of knows what's going on, but, you know, Colt Cabana quite didn't get in here, but...
What's Julius Smokes talking about with the Rottweilers, though?
I have no idea what he's talking about. And what's Colt Cabana walking around with Ace Steel and Lucy with the handheld camera going throughout the building here?
He wants some info on the Field of Honor. Of course, Xavier just 3 weeks ago, Death Before Dishonor, made that surprise appearance, said he wants to be in the Field of Honor, and he thinks it's a tournament where you don't have confirmation on that yet, but maybe Colt Cabana and Lucy and Ace Steel can get it later on tonight.
Well, I hope so, because I'd like to know exactly what it is as well.
As you have Homicide and Chris Sabin locking it up. Homicide with the headlock on Sabin. Sabin has a lot of his Michigan area fans. They made the drive to Dayton. That is where he's from, and they're here to support him in this bout. So you see a shoulder block, down goes Sabin. Up and over goes Homicide. And now a leapfrog by Sabin. Deep arm drag by Homicide. Another one by Homicide. A notorious 187 with one more. And he's working on that arm of Sabin. And this match is just so quick, it's hard to call.
And what a roll Homicide has been on this year, even though he felt a little bit short in Elizabeth 3 weeks ago. And the matches that he's put on, the four-corner survival match in Elizabeth, the other four-corner survival in Boston, his matches with Trent Acid and Samoa Joe, Homicide is definitely, he's rising to the top here in ROH.
I would say he is without a doubt a strong candidate for most outstanding wrestler of the year. And don't forget, he opened up the year with that four-corner survival in Pittsburgh. That was something else too. Homicide against Samoa Joe, absolutely brutal. Homicide against Trent Acid, absolutely brutal. But Homicide also shows that he can wrestle hardcore, strong style, whatever it takes, he can do it. And right now he's in a match of quickness with Chris Sabin, who comes back with a nice arm drag. Sabin now going for a backslide. Nope, and an arm drag by Sabin. Nicely done. Chris Sabin, this guy has all the potential in the world. Only 21. He's only been wrestling for 2 years, and he's this good already. Can you imagine how good he's going to be in the next 6 months to a year?
It's going to be outstanding. And can you imagine if he got a win tonight against Homicide? What a feather in the cap of Chris Sabin. I think he might launch himself in the top 5 ranking system if he could get a win here tonight.
That's what it's all about, the top 5 rankings. Just to be mentioned in the top 5 is prestigious. To be, you can see how deep the ROH roster is, and to be among the top 5 athletes on that roster, that's an accomplishment right there. As you see Chris Sabin powering out of that, going to a headstand position, and then using his upper body strength to get out of that head scissors by Homicide, slap on a headlock. Beautifully done by the youngster Chris Sabin.
Nicely executed. Speaking of the top 5, we have the #1 contender, BJ Whitmer, later tonight, going for his dream. We saw the interview a little bit earlier. Almost a hometown reunion of sorts as he goes against Samoa Joe for that title.
I'm looking forward to that one. And by the way, you know, you mentioned all those things. I see Julius Smokes. One thing about Homicide, you mentioned all those great matches. Don't forget the one he had against CM Punk at Retribution Round Robin Challenge 2. What a show stealer that was.
And Homicide following up with a nice headbutt to Sabin in the corner. As that rocks the youngster and another, Sabin goes down.
I tell you what, Ray, I was talking to Homicide before the show, and he is very upset at Dan Moff for what happened at Death Before Dishonor just 3 weeks ago when he went to shake Moff's hand and Moff spit on him as they could see a monkey flip. And Homicide is definitely hot at his former student at those actions. And Homicide's just hot that he joined the prophecy in the first place. But right now the action is picking up as we have a tornado DDT attempt. Sabin pushes him off. Sabin now going for a clothesline. Homicide blocks it, goes for an ace crusher. Sabin blocks it. Sabin now has Homicide trying to hook him. Scoops him up, fireman's carry position, drops him down.
Nice power there by Sabin. Goes for the cover, but not enough. And you're right, Homicide really pissed off at Dan Moff. The issue's really boiling over, and I think Homicide, if he ever gets an opportunity again to wrestle Dan Moff, he'll take it.
Without a doubt about that. Homicide even told me that himself. As now we have a forearm exchange between Moff and Sabin, going back and forth. What an exciting match we've had so far. There's a big Yakuza kick by Homicide. Sabin down. Cover. Gary Moore error, only a 2 count.
Get it down there, baby. Suck it up. Get that second win.
And Homicide, you know, it was Julius Smokes who joined him in his corner as his corner man at Retribution Round Robin Challenge 2. And that's really where things started taking off for Homicide, as he's been absolutely on fire since.
Homicide rolls through. Nice drop kick to Sabin. He goes to the floor.
You know who else? Hold on. What's Homicide set up for here? Goes in. No. Baseball slide. Sabin using that quickness to get out of the way. But Homicide comes in with a shoulder block. Scoots underneath. Hitting the ropes one more time. Sabin trying to take him up for something and drops him on his face.
Nicely executed again. And look at that. Nice.
Shining Wizard by Chris Sabin. Can he get a cover? Homicide, he can't look past Chris Sabin. Sabin can easily upset him. Homicide, he has his mind on Dan Moff. He has his mind on Steve Corino. He has his mind on Samoa Joe in the ROH title. And I think he might be looking past Chris Sabin. And he could pay the price because Sabin, one of the best athletes going today, a can't-miss future star. And he could score his first huge ROH win right here tonight in Dayton with a lot of his Michigan area fans in attendance. Scoops him out, drops him down with the brainbuster.
And Sabin going for the cover. Well, no, not enough again. And Sabin's showing me a lot here.
We Warriors done. Step it up now, baby.
Here, Julius Smokes giving Homicide encouragement. Sabin going airborne. He can fly. We've seen it before. Perfect crossbody. But he rolls through. Homicide's up on his feet. Drop toe takes him down. And he's going for that SDF. He's made men tap in the past with this. He's made John Walters tap. He's made CM Punk tap. Will Chris Sabin tap right here. Sabin, you see the pain on his face. He's shaking those fingers showing that he's still got feeling in those hands. This hold, it hurts the neck, it hurts the knee, it hurts various parts of the body. Homicide letting go, maybe not feeling at it cinched in correctly. Homicide now goes for a lariat. Sabin ducks. Sabin scooping him up. Oh! Nice quick neck breaker right there.
What velocity there by Sabin. And this could be it. But no, 2.5 there. And Sabin, he's got to follow it up with something big here. He has Homicide in a precarious position, and it looks like Sabin might be scaling to the top rope.
Homicide definitely in trouble, but he's making his way up to his feet. Oh! That's gotta hurt.
He caught him right there, crotched him on the top rope. Crotched on that turnbuckle, unforgiving steel up there, and Homicide following through with another headbutt, excuse me. And a nice hurricane run off the top rope.
Sabin in trouble. Cover. Of course, Homicide could be setting up for that SDF again. And of course, there's the cop. Whoop, we're not allowed to call it the cop killer anymore because of Homicide's probation officer seeing one of his tapes. It's now the Kudo driver. But if he hits Sabin with that, it's all over. Chris Sabin, he has a multitude of high-impact moves that he can use. Back elbow by Homicide. Homicide now flips down. Sabin catches him. Sabin holds on, rolls through. Very impressive. Into a backbreaker. Nicely done by Chris Sabin. And that's why they call him the future.
And we've seen that move before. But still not enough. Sabin so close to victory. Just inches.
The future Chris Sabin, it could happen for him now if he scores a win over a Homicide. It would be a huge win in the career of Chris Sabin. He's trying for something there. No. Rolls through. Homicide, though, not getting pinned. Grabs a leg. Sabin kicks him off.
Sabin almost fighting for his life there. As he said, this could be it.
He's got him. No.
Sabin reversal throw, but what was that?
Uh-oh. Homicide getting a little dirty there. Takes him up again. Kudo drop.
That's it! Homicide is victorious over Chris Sabin.
No one's gonna kick out of that move. One of the most dangerous moves in professional wrestling, banned in Japan. And Chris Sabin, the future's not now for him as he just fell victim for it. I hope he's okay. Homicide, another impressive victory. What a year it has been for the notorious 187.
He's a pussy motherfucker, and that's a shoot, bitch.